Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday, Tomb of Annihilation. Fuck computers. I'm done with them. They're shit. It's not mine this week. Anyway, you may notice that there's a significant lack of people. But you know what? D&D, because fuck it. I want to throw some people off of a map. Unfortunately, I'm looking at one person now to make that a possibility because the other one isn't here. So, anyway, how's everyone's week doing? Yeah, all right. I was doing great until today.
We're here. It's Friday. It's D&D day.
I know.
D&D.
So, without the further ado's, I just want to play D&D, y'all. I'm gonna cut the pre-show shit. Cause fuck that. I ain't got time for all that mess. Alright, so last week, y'all found Needle's bones at the bottom of a pit, where it appears Needle was trapped by some goblins in a hole with some fish that can take rather painful chunks out of the flesh of unsuspecting granny furbolgs or green dragons. Eventually you found its secret little hidey hole and recovered some treasure. And then said goodbye to Artis and Dragonbait and moved on to Kir Sabal, where you were told, hey, don't steal, don't hurt people, and don't disrupt our way of life, or we'll throw you off the mountain. And we stopped there for, to have the whole group here for these interesting NPCs.
We somehow managed to have even less of the group here this week.
And then there were three.
Yeah, D&D, life, unsuspecting curveballs. I'm an improv
Although
DM.
I hope we don't lose more people each week. There is a little bit of me that's like, 2 weeks from now, is it just going to be a duet with one of us and Kirk?
Yeah, it'll be just be me and Kirk, just fucking, just playing one-on-one D&D like the
Meterin tries to find a new party. Nope.
All the way back to Port
Hold on.
Niazara on my own.
Let's be fair. If it were just me and Josh wouldn't be playing Meterin, because there's no way Meterin would keep playing after losing Fern.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Meterin's whole thing is that he's like predator prey, like natural cycle of life. Like if people die, people die. Like,
yeah, I mean, fair. I don't know, but I think you might go into a rage if Fern died and
oh yeah, for sure,
get yourself killed.
Yeah, possibly. But I mean, like, I do so with a pack of like 20 velociraptors.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I could see you crawling away from a fight with 1 HP left. Fair enough. All right, cool. So that's the recap, and let's play some frickin' D&D because I'm done with technical issues. I'm done with bad news, and I'm just done. Right. So, I'm going to move y'all to the map of Kir Sabal. And I will say that where I ended the episode last week, I was actually giving y'all a free view beyond where y'all should have been. But, So
hey,
I've moved your
what's your
tokens.
charisma? Just out of interest.
7.
Cool. You're doing the talking today, then.
Oh no.
Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. So,
Did I use my portents?
I don't think so.
no.
Not to my knowledge, you didn't.
No, I've got all the like the manual roles I had to do. So
cool. So you should all be good numbers. You should all be standing outside of a door of Kir Sabal. The door is open. You can step in. As the Aarakocra who's been escorting you leads you into the monastery. You come into this room, and this entry room is... it's not very large, and there's a long table, which the monks here, and you can see, like, so the Aarakocra right here by the door is the one that's been escorting you. And, you know, he has a spear and all that. Like, I showed you the art handwork last week. There's another Aarakocra here who's kind of, like, dressed. He's got, like, prayer beads, and he's got, like, labyrinth patterns painted on his beak. And he's very obviously a monk. So there's a long table with backless benches and stuff that they seated. The table can hold about 20. And the Aarakocra who's with you walks in and says, "These are the ones who teacher said were coming. If you can watch them, I will go and let her know that they have arrived." And he will poodoop through a door. Alright. So the other Aarakocra monk will kind of nod at you all and gesture for you to sit or whatever, and ask if you'd like tea or anything.
Oh, I would love tea, thank you.
Tea would be good.
So he'll pedal over to the counter and start heating up the kettle to make tea. If there's anything that y'all want to talk amongst each other or whatnot, feel free. Otherwise, I'll skip to the next bit.
I'm pretty happy just sipping my tea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
taking
have
a little
sips.
breather for 5 minutes.
Okay.
We just
This is
climbed
probably
up here and I fell every step of the way. So I'm very happy just having a relax.
How many levels of exhaustion have you got, by the way?
Just one, because I took hit point damage twice and then I healed myself.
To be honest, this is probably the nicest place we've been to since Port Nyanzaru.
This is much nicer than Port Nyanzaru.
I feel very underdressed. I'm a bit embarrassed. We were all so grubby. I didn't realize how grubby we'd gotten.
Come here, Prim.
Aw, that was very nice. Yes,
and I'm
Neve?
just gonna cast prestidigitation just on like the dirt, like on the boots and clothes and
Oh.
stuff, just to get rid of it.
Thank you.
Do you want anything cleaned, Meadow?
Like, well, we kind of like he went through like we did like purification.
We did
stuff,
do a
didn't we?
purification process.
So I'm
yes.
just conscious of like of undoing that by washing. So I'll be like, well, I've already done the purification process, and I don't want to accidentally offend. So I will stay as I am for now. But thank you, Renee.
That's a good point. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna lift up the soles of my boots and just prestidigitate like the dirt off the soles of my boots.
Tracking mud all the way in here.
Yeah.
And just like I'm just gonna follow my own footsteps to go.
So, it takes probably about 20-25 minutes or so before the guard comes back, and he will Open up this door here and say, "Come, teacher will see you."
Whoops, wrong token.
Alright. As you enter this room, this is a large room with a labyrinth symbol of Uptal laid out in the floor in mosaic tile. It's like 25 feet in diameter, and there are a couple of Aarakocra monk, which I'm just gonna move this guy over here. I don't feel like grabbing a whole bunch of. Let me grab some other guys.
Oh god, what the fuck have I done? I think I held down my mouse.
Everything is so laggy.
I think I accidentally held down my arrow key and went for a walk.
Okay.
Whee!
So there are a couple of Aarakocra monks that are sitting around and meditating near the symbol. And the ceilings here, wow. You jumping floors over there?
No, I'm staying still. I'm sorry.
Just crouching tiger, hidden dragon leaping up into the fucking sky. Fucking John Woo movie in here.
So the room opens up, and it's like the rafters of this room are 60 feet above the floor, and then the ceiling's another 15 feet above that. There's a set of stairs and balcony that go up to like a second floor, but it's all open room. And the Aarakocra that was with you starts going up the stairs, and you can see an elderly Aarakocra up on the first like landing. And
do I recognize them? Because I found familiar
yes.
teacher, didn't I? So it's just like the person that we are looking for. Oh wow, they're sick as hell.
Oh, whoa.
Very cool art.
Ashara.
So that is who is waiting for you.
Those glam nails.
And the Aarakocra that was escorting you leads you to the stairs and, gestures for you to head up towards Ashara, who says, "Welcome to Kir Sabal. I trust you have been informed of the rules."
Yes. I do an awkward bow.
Well,
not to upset the way of life, basically.
yes. Come, let's leave the monks to their meditation, and we can have conversation.
Yeah, like as we kind of like mosey on up the stairs or whatever, I'll kind of like turn to my cousin and I'll stand up like tall, like because obviously like Meta like always like is like always like hunched over. And I'll stand up tall and I'll kind of say to my cousin and be like, "Oh, it's very nice to be somewhere that I don't feel like I'm going to bash my head off the roof."
Yes, it's so serene and beautiful here. It's so interesting. Oh, you look so handsome when you stand fully up, cousin. You should do so more.
It's a bad habit, I'm afraid.
So you travel up this landing and then up another set of stairs, that wraps around, obviously. And you come up to the second floor, and I'll bring you up to the second floor.
Are you coming, cousin? Because you're just stood in the corner
Yes,
on the bottom.
sorry, I was writing notes.
That's
I was writing
fine.
notes.
I'm going to move your token.
Oh yeah, you move me, Kirk, please. So I don't go inside a wall by accident.
So obviously, like you can see down into the thing, and you pass a door when you reach the landing. And Ashara leads you to another door through here. And I wish not everything was on the GM layer sometimes, because I hate having to move things.
Gets me every single fucking time I GM, like, go onto the GM layer, move tokens, and then I, like, do my description, and I'm like, and where you're going is over here, and then I just, like, click it 5 times and wonder why it's not pinging. Just like, need to be on the token layer for that to work. Every single time without fail.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Because, hey, if you have multi-sided tokens, why not use the multiple sides, right? Alright, so now dynamic lighting, so I can remove a door. And back to the object layer so I can move Ashara. Come along.
Do you want to select my token? There we go.
So Ashara will meet you through this room, and in this room is nothing. Like, it's just an open room, and they're like grass mats on the floor, but there are 2 monks who are sparring and practicing their martial arts. But Ashara will, as Ashara enters, they will bow to her and move along and out the door. And I'll just line up all your tokens because we're gonna move again.
We just go past the panda, which is like voiced by the dude from Tenacious D.
So, as you come out of this door here, you are once again back outside. So I'll move you over to the Kir Sabal map. So you have traveled through this monastery, which was building right there with the symbol on it, and you are out onto another set of ramps, and there appears to be another home style building here, like the ones y'all passed on the way up, but this one is less run down, more well maintained. And as Ashara begins to climb up the ramp, you see a young boy who is dressed in an Aarakocra costume. Like he's wearing a cloak with feathers, and he's got this mask that looks like a beak. In fact, I'll give you a handout of the mask.
Oh, he's so cute!
And he's flapping his arms holding the cloak, and coming out of the building behind him is a 17-year-old girl who's like, "Nah, be careful." And Nah is just running around and being a child, but I will share you a handout of the 2 of them. So that is Waxanara and Nah.
Waxanara, what a great name.
So, Na will run up to Ashara, who you've only known as teacher, and be like, Ashara, are these the new people? And Ashara will be like, yes, young one. Go to your sister, and Waxanari will approach and be like, kind of look over each of you. Her eyes will linger on Keller for a while, which I'm really sad he's not here for. And then will nod to Ashara and let Ashara pass, but will stand there like at her full height and with a bit of airs about her, like she owns this place and y'all are intruders. So Ashara will walk past, leading you all, as Waxanara will, kind of hold her brother and let you all pass. Ashara will then lead you up into the final building of Kir Sabal, and it will take you to yet another map in 2 ticks.
So when she looked at us, you said her eyes sort of like stayed on Keller.
Mm-hmm.
Did they stay on me as well?
Mm-mm.
It was just Keller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because she's a sassy bitch. That's why. And Keller's a sassy bitch. That's what it is.
I mean, I'm not gonna justify that.
I'm just inferring from what you said, OC, earlier. So
just gonna say, I wish that Rob had made it. I'm gonna kind of stick y'all somewhere in between later.
I didn't know if she was just like she just didn't like elves, but if it was just Rob she focused on, then fast.
Yes, it was just Keller. Right, so Ashara leads you into this building.
Oops, sorry, I went too fast.
That's fine.
I'll go back.
You can fall down.
when it's the zoomies.
So, as Ashara leads you in, I'm going to put another token onto the token layer, which should have been on the token layer to begin with. I don't know. And I'm going to get rid of this stupid room thing and go back to the object layer. Some DM is hard work, y'all. So you step into this room, and it is it's like a shrine room, right? So there's a statue that y'all have seen previously going through Kir Sabal, and it's like this wooden statue, kind of like the one at the entrance. However, this one, and it's represented by the star here, this one is less faded than any of the others. The others were all kind of like featureless. You can roll a religion check if you'd like.
Sure thing.
Yes, I would like cleric time.
I'll try and religion also.
Where's my goddamn character sheet?
21.
Mine's 15, but
Mine is only a 14. F.
Wow. It's funny that the cleric knows the least in this situation.
She's just so into her own religion.
Yeah. There's no room for anyone else. Fair enough. That's why she couldn't get into, Orlunga either.
Bless her. She's an idiot. I love her.
So, this is there are flowers and offerings of food placed at the foot of this shrine, just like the one at the entrance way into Kir Sabal that y'all went past in the purification room. This one is heavily carved and stylized, but it is a life-size wooden statue resembling a tabaxi.
Okay.
And the statue is obviously very old. You all know that. And it's carved in the stylized Cholton manner. What Renee and Medwin realize is that this is one of the depictions of Ubtao in his tabaxi form.
That was Madam Joe saying, is there an inscription saying Nick's father forever in our hearts?
Yeah. Roll an investigation check if you want to find that.
Predates Nick's father by a couple of years, I'd imagine.
You didn't know how old Nick's father was.
I mean...
Nick's father was Uptown? Whoa!
Hey,
Oh my God.
Hey! Y'all are getting ahead of the adventure here.
22.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
We're gonna defeat the tomb, and then Nick's father is BBG. Let's go.
Just when you've won, when the BBEG is done, Nick's father returns.
Hey, Uptown! Nick's father, whatever your name is, we cleared out your entire heart. Like, please stop shooting spells at us. Please.
Okay, just pulls out a bow from like nothingness. I'll shoot arrows then.
I mean, I might do a thing. Anyway, the walls of the chamber bear faded frescoes of floral design and somewhat jarringly mathematical symbols. A section of the floor has collapsed from age, and if you aren't careful, you would fall hundreds of feet onto the rocks below. So Ashara will skirt the thing. As you pass near the steps, you realize that there is a bedroll set out under the stairs, and the Aarakocra who is standing next to the statue doing a bit of cleaning is very old, elderly, worn down. There's no handout because there's a name. So Ashar says, oh God. Names. Yingmatone. Prepare us some tea. I'm going to take the visitors up to my sitting room so we can have a conversation. The elder Aarakocra nods and flies over the hole and waits for you all to pass so she can exit the door. And Ashara will lead you up this set of stairs.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
So,
For a second, I lost track of who Shara was.
if y'all want to line up on the stairs or whatever, I'll drag y'all upstairs.
I keep going too far ahead. I keep going ahead of our guide.
Sorry, it's hydrating.
A slurpo.
Oh, yes, there was a hydrate.
I don't have a drink on my desk because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I finished mine already.
I mean, I guess I'll just have to drink the whole bottle then. Make up for it.
We like to drink with kiss our mate.
Oh no! Oh no, he's really doing it! Cook!
There,
You're gonna
we've hydrated.
explode.
Oh, please, I drink like 12 of these a day.
Yeah, okay.
So, you will travel upstairs. And I'm going to move y'all up to these stairs here. Ugh. Onto the stairs. There we go. And Ashara will lead the way up onto the balcony and go into a room, which I'm going to once again change layers, remove dynamic lighting because, brah. Come on. Click. There we go. So that door is now open. And we'll lead you into a small room. Ashara will take a seat at a desk. There are no other seats in this room, but there is a door, which you can only assume leads to her bedroom. Well, what is it that brings you to Kir Sabal?
We have come a very, very, very long way. We live on this side of the island natively, but were driven out of our home by some undead and by some manner became entangled in a larger plot to destroy the undead threat between the Dragon Fire Mountains, Peaks of Flame. But we went seeking knowledge at Uralonga, and the Guardian of Uralonga told me and my friends that we might find allies here. We wish to start, as we mean to go on and rid Cholt of the things that plague the heart of Ubtao. And we were told that by the Guardian that we might find allies here, which is why that we have come seeking you. We do not wish to upend your way of life, but the Guardians seem to think you might be able to help.
I'm not aware of a threat in the heart of Ubtao. I mean, there's a person there, but they'll die eventually. The greater threat is in Omu, or the Terrafolk, or, well, there are many threats in Cholt.
Omu is the bigger item on our list, but we wish to clear the heart of Ubtao because a friend of ours was having troubling visions about it, and we promised to help her resolve those.
I also would interject here that apparently those that reside in the heart of Ubtao wish to just continue and copy the work of those creating all the undead. So although they may not be a symptom or cause of the problem now, it would only be maybe a decade until they just became the same problem over again. And I suppose we were trying to nip that in the bud, as it were.
I see. So, your plans are to deal with the issue in the heart of Ubtao, and then travel on to Omu and purify the city?
Yes.
So, interesting.
I'll also take a little bit of time to kind of explain to see if she's aware of the soulmonger and stuff, and kind of fill her in on kind of what Syndra kind of got us involved with in the first place.
So she will listen to your story and she will become very serious. And tea will have been brought and you'll be enjoying tea. I have a story to tell you as well. Yingmatona get Moxanari in na. and the elderly Aarakocra will once again scuttle off. You feel like King Matori does a lot of that.
Manservant kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. You have met Moxanari and Na, and it's time that you know a bit more of who they are and why two humans live amongst us here at Kir Sabal. You see, Moxanari is the heir of Cholt.
Oh.
Interesting.
We have taken them as wards to keep them safe. For if the land returns back, well, if the the problem that resides in Omu can be removed, Moxanari can reclaim her throne.
So wait, sorry. We are from a very sheltered place, and I do not mean to cause any offense with my ignorance, but we just tend the lands we tend and don't know much of the history of this place, and so we met merchant princes. Is this related to them, or is this a different kind of kingdom or queendom? I suppose.
The merchant princes are usurpers of a sort.
Just turn to Fern and be like, I told you I didn't trust them.
I suppose usurpers is a strong word, I would suppose. A couple of generations ago, Moxanari's great-grandmother held the throne of Cholt. But Rosnasi raised up armies of undead that tore the land apart. And, well, Cholt became madness and ruinous in the destruction that followed. During that, the queen lost her life, and the heir, her eldest son, well, we took him to Kir Sabal and attempted to keep him safe, but he fell off the plateau one night and died.
Oh.
Moxanari's mother, well, she, something bad happened to her.
Exposition. She's dead. Let's go.
She was so heartbroken that she too tossed herself from the highest ledge.
No, it was like literally some mundane, inane thing, which is why I can't remember it.
She got dysentery and died. Grimdark D&D.
Oh no! Oh, actually, her mother was taken by the Terrafolk, and we could not recover her.
I have heard you refer to these terrafolk more than once now. What do you mean by terrafolk?
You have you not encountered the Terrafolk?
Have we?
We are
They're the
from
lobster people.
we're from Terrarin.
Oh, no, we're not the terrafolk, are we?
No. So
It's not the lobster people, is it?
Those are the old Arnie.
She will take you to back downstairs out to the balcony on the other side of the hole and make you look north, where you can see a faint flame to the north above the canopy of the trees, sticking out of a tower. And she will say, "That is Firefinger, home of the Terror folk. Horrible creatures. They're also flyers, and we have an unending war with them."
Sorry, is it terror with a P?
Yes.
Ah! Okay, yes. Oh, goodness. I don't think we've encountered any of those, but... kidnappers and orphaning children, they'd sound as terrible as their name makes them sound.
Didn't we run into... What were those, like, the murder birds? Remember those? They weren't those, were they?
No, those, like, exploding chicken things.
Yeah, they were like... They cast, like...
Yeah. I don't think we've met them. I'm assuming from their name they look like pterodactyls, but people?
Yeah.
Probably?
I also assume so.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna pull up the thing, maybe. If I can find it.
All I can think about when I think of terror folk, though, is that really, like, that fucking Spider-Man meme. Where he's with, like, I can't remember who the bad guy is, but the guy is a fucking pterodactyl. And he's just like, with this research, you could cure cancer. He's like, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to make people into dinosaurs.
That's exactly who these guys are. Look
That's
at
exactly
them.
who this guy is. Look at this guy.
Terror folk.
He's a fucking Spider-Man villain. Nice.
I love these. I love these a lot.
And now I forgot where it was.
Sorry.
They were pointing north and showing us the terror folk.
But yeah. So the grandmother was Napaka, the last ruling queen of Omu. The father was Omek, died in a fall. The mother, Razan, was kidnapped and killed by Terrafolk.
Oh no.
So our goal is to protect these young royals until the evil in Omu is banished. We are doing what we can, but I fear that Waxanari is a headstrong case. And at that moment, Waxanari walks in and goes, "As any good ruler should be."
Let us help. We plan to destroy this evil, but we've been told by I can't think of what the actual title is, but the Naga.
The Guardian of Uralanga.
We were told by my colleagues were told by the Guardian of Uralanga that we need to deal with the heart of Uktal first. It's a chain of events, and you can't disrupt fate.
Saja was their name, by the way.
Which didn't say
S-A-J-A.
Whatever. Okay. Y'all infer some strange things. Cool. So, very well. Maxinari says, "The heart of Uptao is insignificant. Omu must be cleansed of the traitorous troubles that have plagued the city, so that I can reclaim my throne and bring all of Cholt together again. I am sure..."
Sorry, I'm getting confused now. So...
The reason y'all are dealing with the heart of Uptao is because of Inete.
Because of Inete, which I said earlier.
Okay. So this place where the queen sits...
is Omu, the city between the Peaks of Flame and the Valley of Lost Honor.
Which is where all the Yuan-Ti...
Okay. So we
Yes.
need to get there, but to get there, we need to go to the heart of Uptown.
We don't-
You don't
We don't
have
need
to.
to.
No,
we're
no.
just doing that as a side bit. That's
as a side bit.
that's fully on us to help Annette because we promised we would help her.
It's on
Okay,
us to help
that's fine.
Annette, but we also do have what I was saying earlier is we have been given information by someone that there are unknown numbers of red wizards living in the heart of Uptown that plan on kind of stealing, taking, using whatever power is being used by the guy who lives. I always forget his name.
Rasnasi.
Rasnasi.
Yeah, they plan on taking Rasnasi's power, using Rasnasi's power, allying with our. There's something they want to do to help Rasnasi, these red wizards, and so we were going to get rid of them to kind
Rather
of.
than with an ally.
What
Yeah.
you were told is that they have a similar power and mindset as Rasnasi,
Yeah.
meaning they're a necromancer.
Yes. Yes. OOC. Yes. Red wizards being necromancers.
Yes.
They plan to steal from Rasnasi and scheme to end the world on their own terms. The Wizards of Thay.
Kind of.
Well, that's what I've got written in the notes. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
As far as we're aware, the heart of Uptown, unrelated thing to this. I get confused with this city, but we would like to Uptown because of
Annette.
the lady Annette.
And I also just think it's logically good to be like, kill all the necromancers we can while we can.
I mean, also,
I can
like,
work with that.
what I will like. I think what Meadow will also say, is, we do mean to destroy Rasnasi, and by that token, return you to your throne. But also,
Good.
the heart of Ubtao gives us an opportunity to grow. If we were to storm into Omu, as we are, we would be ripped to shreds. It is better overall for the fate of Cholt if we are the ones to bear this task. If we have the opportunity to learn what necromancers are capable of beyond the simple terms of just creating zombies and skeletons and whatever else. It would be a learning experience and a valuable one, and would also potentially save a future problem, as my cousin has said, if they decide to copy Rasnasi and we are simply just delaying dealing with a problem. It takes good time to grow.
Well, understand that once I have my throne, all of the other problems become insignificant and will be cleansed. But fine, I will let you deal with this minor issue before you head to Omo. When you get to Omo, you must retrieve the Chalice of Shikagre, for that is the key to me reclaiming the throne. Kill any usurpers or trouble you find there, but it is most important that you reclaim this chalice and bring it to me.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's fucking mental?
Sure.
I think the chalice is the same as a crown. That's what it is. I think she can't officially...
19.
Nope.
It's more just like, is she going to turn around, like, become the ruler, and then go, right, fuck y'all, and then just murder everything? Or we just like...
Was it the chalice of what, sorry?
Chikagre.
Chicago.
I will put it in.
I keep
chat.
thinking you're like saying a silly version of Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
You must find me the chalice of Chicago's, where we get wasted! Sorry.
Um, man, I really wish Keller were here. Anyway, okay.
Like, yeah, I keep imagining him being like, right, I'm not being funny, but you're a bit of an arrogant prick, or whatever.
There's things that could be happening if Keller were here, but without Keller, it just it's not gonna happen.
Many streams flow into the larger river. By dealing with this problem, it's one less problem for you to deal with.
Yes. I don't care about your excuses as long as you do what I need.
Ooh.
Anyway, you sent for me a shower. A shower is just... Yes, but I see that, well, introductions are not necessary any longer. You have already dealt with the things that I wished for you to be here to discuss. Though we should discuss things later, my queen. And you can see her brother putting his hand on Waxanari to kind of like calm her down, and is just like looking at her and like imitating like a bird head twitch at her. And she has that whole indignant air that she's given y'all, and then she looks down at him and she lets out an exacerbated sigh and is like, well, bring me the chalice and you will be rewarded. Thank you. And she turns to walk away. Assuming none of you stop her.
I actually am gonna be like, I'm so sorry, princess, queen. This chalice of which you speak, is it something metaphorical or something physical? Is it?
It's physical. It is the chalice of the rulers of Cholt.
Yes. So sorry, I'm so ignorant, and I do apologize, because we just come from such a quiet little community up in the north that just doesn't bother ourselves with upsetting the rest of Cholt. We're a peaceful bunch, and that means I'm not always sure what the humans are doing. When you say ruler of Cholt, we know this doesn't mean the merchant princes, and I shake my head as if I'm like, oh, yucky, the merchant princes. I was just like, but what kind of leadership is this? Is this uniting the land of Cholt finally together? And I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I just want to make sure we do this properly, so that if we manage to get you your chalice back, and I promise we will do our utmost, we make sure we're doing everything correctly. I wouldn't want to do something wrong and cause you more problems.
I do not understand your question. I will take the throne of Cholt and be the ruler and unite Cholt, and we will rid Cholt of all of their enemies. And I am sure that the holdings of Waterdeep and the Principality of will all send soldiers to help me rid this land of the plague of undead.
Oh, yes. No, you understood my question perfectly. Sorry, I'm so bad with words, but yes, thank you, your Highness Grace. I do like a curtsy, and I like back away.
By the way, for your knowledge, Waterdeep is a city. It's a full-on major city. It's not a holding. And is an entire kingdom. not a principality. Principality means that they would be subject to a kingdom. So she has a rather inflated view of herself.
Yes.
Just so y'all are aware of that.
Yes. I was more asking, I was trying to like test the waters that she isn't going to be like, yes, I'll take over Cholt and rip down all of the rainforest and replace it with buildings. And she hasn't said that.
Yeah.
And so Fern is happy. Prudence is a little like, she's scary. But Fern is satisfied.
We're making sure we're not installing the Tories.
Well, yeah, she was like, I want to go and like rip all of the creatures out of the forest. I think the Furbolgs would be like, no, fuck you, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, they are very much a land. They are very much. In fact, one of the things that the adventure says is that if you try to plunder the resources of Cholt, they will not aid you. They believe in living harmoniously with nature.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Very good.
Good. They sound fine to me then.
Once they've left, I'm gonna ask the teacher, how long have they been not in power is the wrong term, but like sat on their throne?
What?
How long have they been?
The family? Waxanari was born here, and her parents never saw the throne either.
So
the last generation to hold the actual throne was her great-grandmother before Rasnasi rose the great armies of undead that tore Cholt apart.
So
like 100 years.
So her entire life and her
More than
parents'
that.
lives have been here.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
Anyway, I would like to see Omu cleared and Waxanari return to the throne. You mentioned dealing with the heart of Uptal and then progressing on to Omu. I understand your desires, and I can offer you something which could be beneficial. However, I need something before I can do so. It is within my power to grant you all the ability to fly. But the Wind Dukes require an offering of a black orchid, which is only known to grow in Nangalore. My soldiers are already spread thin, keeping the Terra folk away and keeping watch over Omu. And, well, I will not let them go to Nangalore because of the Iblis, who are evil and dirty. If you can travel into Nangalore and retrieve for me this black orchid and return, I will perform this ritual to grant you the ability to fly.
You lost my cousin when you said black orchid, honestly.
We will go. We will get to this beautiful orchid. Of course, we have encountered Iblis before, and they are no match for us. I promise you, we will do our best in this duty and bring every blessing that we can to your wonderful temple here. And yes, we will go and get the orchid.
Very well.
Kind of like smile and nod at my cousin.
I'm very glad I made someone who liked flowers. It's been very helpful.
So she will tell you that you are free to rest here as you need. Meals are served at breakfast and dinner. And you will be required to do chores for at least 2 hours a day. helping clean the temple and take care of things, tend the gardens, etc. But yes, the sooner you start your journey, the sooner you can return.
Can I just ask 2 quick things? Is like non-offensive magic, of course, magic allowed here?
As long as it does not disrupt the lives of those around you.
No, it's just I have spells that can clean objects and such, you see, that's all.
That defeats the way of life.
Oh.
All of the Aarakocra are capable of magic. It is through physical labor that we enlighten ourselves. You are expected to follow the traditions of Kir Sabal here.
Okay, I just didn't want to offend you, that's all. That's why I just thought I'd
It is not an offense, but it is a form of cheating to our way of life.
Okay, no, I didn't want to do something wrong. Is there any way to gain some supplies as well? I can, of course, do more chores or pay.
I mean, we do not have a market, but what supplies is it that you seek?
Primarily incense and charcoal.
I mean, we have incense and charcoal. They are common to us. How much do you need?
I would describe like the finest, like 10 gold worth, but twice. So I had like one for me and one for. I don't have 10 gold. Sure.
I have money.
Um,
I'll give you 10 gold.
they don't sell things here.
I'll still give you 10 gold.
That is a substantial quantity. But insignificant, ultimately. If we will provide this for you.
Thank you. One last question. Do you have a brass brazier?
Yes.
Can I borrow it?
Yes.
Thank you.
If you go down to the monastery, I'm sure the monks will be more than happy to show you any number of the brass braziers.
Yeah, do we... Sorry, because, the conversation's kind of throwing me a little bit. So, yeah, we're obviously going to go find a black orchid from a ruin of a city. Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Could you type the name of it in chat just so I spell it right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, and I will bring y'all back to the map.
Is she
of
given
Cholt.
kind of like directions and stuff for it?
I will. If you let her know that you have a map, she'll tell you where it's at.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
She'll
awesome.
actually put Omu on your map too.
Nice. Perfect.
So, you should be back on the map of Cholt now. And do. Guess I should put it on the token layer. Because layers. So that's Nangalore. I guess I should actually put it in the chat for you. It's on the map. And Oof. No, don't move. Oh, you stupid thing. Don't want to move it. I want to put it on token layer. So, y'all roughly knew where Omu was anyway, but
Yeah.
she will like give you slightly more. It's like she can't pinpoint it exactly for you and everything, but she'll put it as best she can because obviously her group flies.
Yeah.
She couldn't tell you how to get there through the jungle, but since maps are aerial, she'll tell you where it is in relation to the mountains and everything else by putting it on the map. All right.
Ooh.
So, as you are done, she will walk you out to her door and send you back on your way down to the monastery. And as you are out walking back down the ramp of Kir Sabal, you're going to have to pass Moxanari and Na's house to get to the monastery. You see Na standing out on the ramp, and he's fiddling with this thing that's made out of wood and paper. And then he reaches back his hand and he throws it off, and you can watch it gliding through the air and doing loops and all this stuff and floating out into the jungle. Basically, he's made a wood and paper airplane.
I think Fern like claps happily seeing it and is like, "Wow, that was fantastic!" And she's not even being sarcastic. She genuinely thought it was really cool.
As it's like flying and stuff, like while it's still within 30 feet of me, I'll cast Druidcraft and create a small puff of air as one of which is a puff of wind, sorry, so I can like make it like rise a little more and stuff.
So you're up here where the wind is already whipping, like the puff of wind you make from Druidcraft is insignificant to the wind that's out here up on the mountain.
Okay. I was just trying to do a nice thing.
Yeah. I meant to put the Kir Sabal stuff on. You see, I keep forgetting about this music thing. I got too many jobs.
Haven't even fucking opened Sirenscape today.
It's alright.
Idiot boy.
So, you head back into the monastery. You will be brought the incense and charcoal and herbs that you require for Find Familiar. 2 castings of it, because that's what you requested. And pointed to a brass brazier because there are plenty of them. That's what basically holds the light in this temple. So yes, you summon Pico.
He's back, bitches.
I'll go to one of the the monks or whatever, and ask to be directed to the gardens, because I'll go and help out there for a little while. I'm a druid. I like getting my hands dirty.
So yeah, like you'll do various little chores, and I mean nothing too, but it's about like providing for the community, keeping things clean, providing meals, contributing. It's very communal and monkish. So yeah.
Fern will also do everything she can to help. There was a thing I was going to say that I was going to do. Well, that's positive. I mean, because I can always like create and destroy water to refill dirty mop buckets and things. So she's going to do as much as she can. But also, I would like Fern. I know this is only our first day here, but I'm guessing we're going to end up spending a couple days.
I'm genuinely happy to take a long rest and just get going.
Just leave? Okay, right, cool. Well, then Fern will want to spend the evening in that room with the symbol of Uptown on the floor, like in communion and like, learning the meditative ways of the monks, only because she also does meditate, but she does it from her I want to be a still pool of water point of view. And I don't know, she's probably at this point like, well, Uptow's clearly important to the people of Cholt, and I want to understand Uptow as well. So she's just trying to do a bit of learning about Uptow.
They're more than happy to help you meditate and find the multiple facets of Uptau.
Kind of my god in a way as well, a little bit, because he's like the god of Cholt, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of worship the rainforest, so.
Though they don't know they're worshipping Uptau. It's weird. Like the symbols Uptau and all that stuff, but they have their own monastic traditions that aren't related to Uptau. It's complicated.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sit like in the evening and stuff. I'll sit with Fern and
So
go through the
Renee
motions
doesn't
with
really have a religion, but her and Piku, she's gonna find like a little feather dust of her Piku, and Piku's gonna put it in her claws, and it's gonna like do the top of pictures at the very top.
So cute. I reckon
really
Na
vivid in my
will
mind.
proper love Piku, right?
Piku's the best.
Na and Piku would be best buds.
And like Piku's gonna like help like if like things have fallen like have like dropped down and stuff, or like pictures are not aligned, she's gonna like pick them up and stuff. She's gonna help me.
alright, so I suppose you're still going to Druidcraft weather for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Cool. So
Nice.
Nice day.
Pretty hot, but a little bit of rain to cool it off a little.
Yep. So, if there's nothing else, you can all complete a long rest.
Nice. Give me my third level spells, baby.
I can recover that exhaustion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating and drinking. Cool.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if you only had one level, yes. If you had multiple.
Yeah, I only have one level. If we have more than one level, I'd just ask to stay another day until I'm not exhausted anymore.
Yep.
But I only have one, so that's cool.
Cool. So, in the morning, you are all getting ready to get up and go about your day. And suddenly a gong breaks out and rings multiply, and it's not like a striking of the hour thing. It's a boom, boom, boom.
Warning.
Yeah.
They're under attack.
And I assume you rush out to see,
Yeah.
right? So you are rushing out to the ramps, and the gongs are going, and you see several Aarakocra flying and readying up weapons. And as you do, you can see, well, roll perception checks.
Okay.
Was in the middle of.
Oh, a 24!
Hey, same.
Mine was with a nat 20, though.
7.
Cousins.
Um,
Why the fuck is there? It is.
I see everything.
But I can force probably 2 misses.
Look, I want to get to a super high level so that I can do the cleric thing of talking to God. It's my favorite cleric ability. Guys, can we just go murder hobo to grind levels?
A milestone, buddy.
I mean, I've already told you you're not getting any more levels until we get to Omu. I don't care what y'all do.
I think we should try and rinse, get the power of flight as fast as possible and fly over to Omu. Bish bash bosh.
So I'm not going to take y'all to an actual battle map. I'm going to take y'all back to the Kir Sabal map. And I'm going to explain what y'all are seeing, but first I need to have a moment to move some tokens around and get them off of one layer and onto another. Those things.
What spell am I going to prepare instead of find traps? Because I had that and I don't think I'd take it for the next day.
Alright. Dun, 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 dun.
Fuck's sake. I don't know what to take.
Let's see here. If I want to, this then. Yep. Okay. So, what Meadow and Fern notice is that there's a group of 3 Aarakocra flying into Kir Sabal.
Mm-hmm.
And behind them are 10 bird-like creatures that are not very bird-like because they are not very fleshy. And
They look like pterodactyls at all.
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Skelly birds. Dead birds. That's good,
let's see.
baby.
All right, so y'all are back on the Kir Sabal map.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So, I will give you a handout of what it is that you are seeing as soon as I get myself back to the right layer. There are 10 of these things chasing down this group of Aarakocra.
Fun.
Rororaki.
So,
Nice.
there are about a dozen or so Aarakocra taking flight with spears. What you notice, everyone except for Renee, who's, I don't know, petting Piku or something,
100%.
is that the 3 Aarakocra flying in are flying really close together because one of them isn't actually flying. They're being carried by the other 2, which leaves them unable to wield their weapons.
Okay.
So, that is what's going on. They are about 200 feet out currently.
Okay.
And just let me know if y'all are wanting to do anything.
Yeah, I want to help.
Okay.
Help.
For sure.
Just let me know what you want to do, because we're not going into initiative at this range, and because it's an aerial combat and y'all can't fly.
Well, I mean, Call Lightning has a range of 120 feet.
Okay.
And Conjure Animals, I could also summon eagles and stuff, so...
I've got range
Yep.
spells.
Just
How close are the the Aarakocra that are like all together?
so there's the 3 that are being chased by the gargoyles.
Yeah.
And the Aarakocra, like, you see like a dozen of them coming out onto the different ramps of Kir Sabal.
I mean the ones that are like with their injured friend. Or their dead friend, either way.
Yeah, they're about 200 feet out, and the gargoyles are about another 40 feet behind them.
Okay.
I have the spell capacity to help from a range.
Like I say. Well, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to cast Conjure Animals using a third spell slot.
Okay.
I'm going to summon 2 giant eagles. I'm going to put them 60 feet away and literally just send them to go and assist.
Okay.
So that's what I'm
go assist by carrying the injured compatriot, or like how are you having them assist?
Well, those Aarakocra have kind of got this, I think, and I'm going to do something else in a minute anyway. So I'm going to send them out with, like, the attacking Aarakocra, like the ones that have got spears and stuff. So I'm going to send
you're
them,
sending them out to harass the gargoyles?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then as my bonus action, I'll put my unicorn spirit on the platform with me.
Okay.
And then when and then like when I can, I'll like healing word their friend or whatever.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna see this happening and be like, oh goodness, oh no, and I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope on me and Renee and my cousin, and if there are any Aarakocra within a 30-foot sphere of me, them. But I think most of them are quite far away from the wall, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought this guy might get in it, but
yeah,
otherwise,
we'll say you'll probably get one, because most of them are coming up from the homes down below.
Okay, yeah. So anyone that is still on the walkways and hasn't flown off yet, or is like just taking off, I will cast Beacon of Hope because I can just use any number of creatures.
Yeah. So like you can't really use this for. I just did this because this is where the tokens were.
Yeah. But they're away from the wall, right?
They're also like between this building that you're standing in front of and like this walkway down here. It's like, it's 40 foot if you fell straight down.
This map isn't this scale.
It's just sheer drop.
It's
cool. But yeah, I just thought I'd cast that because I basically will make everyone feel revitalized and hopeful, and you know, it's just amping up for if things do go wrong. I'm trying to make everyone feel like ready and good.
Cool. All right. So that happens. The Aarakocra begin to take flight with their weapons and begin flying out towards their friends. And everybody moves in. So now we'll say another round's passed, and so now the injured Aarakocra is about 100. I think their fly speed's 40. Let me check. By 50, so 150 feet. So the injured Aarakocra is now about 150 feet, and the gargoyles are kind of closing in, but they've only gained like 10 feet. All right. Do y'all want to do anything else for a second round?
To be fair, my eagles theoretically could get into because they've got a fly speed of 80, and I summoned them 60 feet out. So
they can attack gargoyles if they want. Yeah. So make 2 attacks.
Are they within about 150 or 120 feet?
The gargoyles?
The gargoyles, yeah.
Not yet.
13, I doubt will hit.
No.
7 won't hit either.
No.
And then I need to do the same for the other eagle. 23? Christ, that's some bad rolls. Fucking hell. 9 points of damage?
Okay. All right. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's me.
Renee? Fern?
When I get to 150 feet, can you let me know?
Okay. So that'd be next round.
Okay. Will the Aarakocra be in that 150 feet? The
Aarakocra are within 150 feet this round. The gargoyles aren't.
No, I mean, sorry.
Line of fire, I think, is what she's querying.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that...
It depends what you're trying to throw and whether or not...
Fireball if I can, but...
Fireball's a mote. It just flies out. You pick a point and it explodes there. It doesn't... Line of fire doesn't apply.
What concerns me is the Aarakocra may be in
Radius.
the blast zone.
It's what's the radius of it?
80 foot point to point.
So it's a 40-foot radius.
40-foot radius, yeah.
And your point has to be 150 feet?
Max 150 feet, yeah.
So that means it'd be... you could set it so that it would hit gargoyles and not Aarakocra if the gargoyles don't close on the Aarakocra by next round.
Okay. Let's hope they don't.
All right. You might hit the giant eagles, however, because they are currently harassing the gargoyles.
They're also, yeah, I mean, they're also like face spirits in the form of eagles. So, like...
Yeah, just letting you know. All right. Fern?
No, I just want to keep Beacon of Hope up, but otherwise, that's it.
All right.
Shout encouragement, you know? Hey, everyone, stay safe out there. Oh no, what on earth's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
Kind of shit.
So the
the most fun thing I've ever heard, by the way.
we'll go into the next round. As we get into this next round, the Aarakocra carrying their injured companion are getting in. They're closer now. They're like within 100 feet of being in Kir Sabal. Their compatriots that were in Kir Sabal are now beyond them, kind of creating a defense force to engage the gargoyles, which are closing in. So I will go ahead and let you all do a round of whatever you want to do, and I will do some quick maths to kind of finagle aerial combat between the gargoyles and Aarakocra.
You want to yeet your fireball, Neve? It's not the end of the universe. Like a core lightning. It's also a concentration spell. It would, you know. I just wanted to get them out there so they could slow shit down. So
Okay.
it's up to you. Like, let me make my fucking eagle attacks there before you yeet your fireball.
Yeah,
Like,
do your eagle attack first and then we'll have...
It's such a fucking waste of a third level spell otherwise.
Okay.
So, alright, I'm just gonna roll them like so 16 for one, 13 for the other, and then the two claw attacks, 15 and 13.
So the 16 and the 15 both hit.
Cool. It's the fucking that second eagle is doing work. That other not good. 13 points of damage total.
Okay. All right.
I
You.
am...
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Renee?
I'm going to fireball these bitches. So
Okay.
they all need to make a Dex 15 save, apart from two of them who are going to fail because they get 4s.
Okay. I mean, you're assuming they don't have a plus 10 dex. 11 dex.
11 Dex.
I mean, if they're made of stone, if they're stone gargoyles, literally made of stone probably implies.
If they have a plus 11 dex, then, like, cool, didn't realise this was going to be a mini-boss fight, and good luck to everybody.
If they got a plus 11 dex, fuck me, I guess.
Like, not to metagame too hard, that is just a very high dex save.
I mean, honestly, it's an impossible dex save because even god stats don't go that high. I mean, well, I guess if they had proficiency bonus. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So.
One of
1,
those gargoyles
2,
is just going...
3.
I mean, to be fair, Tiamat adds plus 19 to her dex saving, to her strength saving throw, and a 9 to dex. It's 16 to wisdom. So 11 is actually relatively low ball, all things for gods.
2, 3.
She does also have 30
4.
strength, though, to be fair.
Yeah, without proficiency bonuses and stuff, then it's like a thing that can't happen. Like, I'm talking natural stats.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the 2, so 7 of them are going to take 26. Just double check here.
God, I fucking love Fireball. What a great spell.
I just take my staff, just like bang it on the wooden platform, like, and the orb just goes red, and then bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and just shoots.
And the others will take 13.
Honestly,
Alright.
surprised they're not immune, the other one.
They are obviously not immune.
Resistant.
I'm surprised they're not resistant to fire, to be fair, if they're made of stone.
I mean,
Hey, I ain't arguing.
just gargoyle shoe. Alright.
Cool.
So, are you done?
That me done?
Okay. You doing anything, Fern?
Are the ones that need healing within a range of a healing? They're not really, right?
Depends. They are roughly 80 feet out.
Yeah, no. Not for me, they're not. No. I'm not gonna do... I will prepare my spiritual weapon to be 60 feet away from me, because I can cast it 60 feet away. But I don't believe that puts it near anything. It's just so it's out and it's ready to be defensive. That's what I will do, actually.
Cool.
But ignore the to hit. That's just so that I use the spell slot up.
All right.
Cool.
So, tell you what. I'm going to roll 3 d20s. And I want each of you to roll a d20. And that's how I'm going to swing what's happening between the Aarakocras and the Gargoyles. Because I'm not rolling 18 million attacks.
Yeah, it's fair.
There we go. Sorry, yeah.
Wow.
Bunch of fucking
That's
low rolls.
so
there.
like evenly matched. So yes. So some of the Aarakocra are taking. Oh, thank you, Val.
Thank you.
Some of the Aarakocra are taking serious hits, and so like they're having to fly back and withdraw, but they are seriously injured. But at the same time, one of the gargoyles is completely dropped out of the fight, and some of the others are looking mighty hurt. So we'll move into the next round, and no, not minus 183. Meadow, the injured person is now 40 feet out. and the gargoyle encounter with the other Aarakocra is happening out at about 80 feet.
Okay. So sorry, I should need to read my spell. Because it's aerial combat, is there a bunch of space between people, or is it like...
There's not a whole lot of space between people. It's...
Because if I was like
There's
call
some.
lightning, it's saying like a 5... It's like a 5 foot little, like... Each creature within 5 foot at that point, so I just wanted to see if it was worth me, like... Do you know what I mean? Because if I'm going to hurt the Aarakocra, I'm not going to do it.
I will...
It's hard to say as well, because it's obviously, it takes, like, it's like...
Yeah, because it's a constant...
It's vertical
Right.
space as well.
It's also the whole, you know, it's flying combat,
Flybys
and they
and
both
stuff,
have
yeah.
flybys, so it's like it's a hit and flyby. So I will say, I will give you a chance to do it, and then we can roll percentile dice, and if you roll 25 or lower, it will happen to hit when an Aarakocra is nearby.
Yeesh. I mean, one in 4 is like, you know, like 3 and 4 is good odds, but like, I also am terrified of getting fucking yeeted off the tower. All right, well, my fucking my birds, I don't know, they fucking they have exactly 26 hit points, so they're toast. I'm not even gonna bother rolling saves to them.
They might make it, and then they only take 13.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I mean, I don't care if you want to let your birds die, you can let them die.
I don't know. To be fair, like, it just seems the best option, so I'm gonna roll.
I think yes. Yeah, I
What's your
agree.
DC, Neve?
15.
15.
They both make it. Oh, fuck it, roll 3 times. I clicked it twice, but sure. Okay. I thought...
So one made it.
One made it, cool. So I've got an eagle. Cool.
Ooh, thank you, Val.
Right, I will roll the stuff for that guy. Hey, natural 20.
Cool.
And then so what was the... Cool. So a whopping 5 points of damage from my crit. Wow. And then 12 points of damage from the non-crit.
That's weird.
Because it's because the
No,
fucking...
no. So the non-crit is the 4 points of damage.
Yeah, but
And-
it's only rolled 1d6 there, so it should be 5. Because I'll just double the dice. So double 1 is 2.
Oh, I see. Oh, so
So
the talons do 2d6 and the
2d6
beak
plus
does
3.
1d6? I see.
Yeah.
Just roll another d6.
Alright.
Okay,
Slightly
so
better
16, so 19 points of damage.
together, yeah.
Cool.
And then because this guy is getting close and he's in my unicorn totem, hopefully by the time he gets within range,
Mm-hmm.
I will hold a healing word.
Okay.
'Cause those eagles have their own initiative, but this combat's kind of funky.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's all... This is all happening because it's a range thing. I'm not going into an initiative order thing.
Yeah.
So I'm basically
But yeah-
saying, what do you want to do this round? And
but yeah, the
letting it
eagles
transpire.
the eagles don't take my shit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I will hold a healing word, and as soon as he comes within 30 feet, I'll blast him with that, and then he'll get like my healing word plus my druidic level.
Okay. So
He'll get
next
max
round.
Oh,
healing, maybe.
Oh no.
Oh wait,
'cause-
no. That's
it's the
healing
target.
on you.
It's the
Yeah,
target.
never mind. Ignore me.
All right. Cool. Anything you want to do, Renee? There's no chance of you hitting the gargoyles without hitting Aarakocra with a fireball. now.
I will cast Scorching Ray.
Okay. What's the range on
And-
that?
120.
Okay.
And I'll aim it at 3 separate gargoyles.
Okay.
So 1, 2, and 3.
All right. 2 of those hit.
Cool. So damage 1,
All right.
damage 2.
Oh. So, because this is chaos combat, I'm just randomly clicking on the tokens.
Yeah.
And the guy that you did 7 damage to had 8 hit points.
No.
Sad face.
F.
Damn it, Firebolt, why don't you bonus action?
I mean, if you're a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Well, when you were like, I don't want to hit the wrong person, I was going to be like, why don't you just quickly take a leveling sorcerer, subtle spell it, and then you could be like, was me.
I would love to take a leveling sorcerer, but I only have 11 charisma.
Yes. Little point. Metamagic Adept at level 8 from Tasha's.
Anything you want to do, Fern?
No, no one is in range of me. I don't think. Nothing is near my spiritual weapon, right?
No, not yet.
I can move my spiritual weapon 20 feet a turn. Can I move it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you move it to 20 feet, then you will be within range of hitting something.
Okay, I will try hit something.
All right, roll to hit.
My flower's gonna do a little chomp. It's not. It got that one. It didn't do anything.
It just whiffed through the air. The gargoyle's like, hammer, no!
But while it tries to dodge out the way, I will cast a guiding bolt at it.
Okay.
At that gargoyle.
Okay.
I've hit cast. We'll see what happens. A 26 for 12 radiant damage.
All right. He took a chunk out of the gargoyle.
And whoever attacks that gargoyle next gets advantage because
Alright.
it's now glittering and beautiful and looks like it's all blue and
Excellent.
watery and sparkly.
All right. So we're back into the whole Aarakocra versus gargoyle things. So y'all are all going to roll d20s.
Okay.
Prue, roll 2.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got you. I'm rolling so shit today, apart from that one guiding bolt. That guiding bolt was
Actually
pretty good.
rolled not terrible.
Yo, I'm just gonna say, I'm so confused right now. I almost put the roll command into Twitch chat.
Nice.
Sick.
Too many windows to keep track of is what I always
Oh
find.
wow, I rolled
Yes.
crap all the way.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Let's hope we're not rolling for the gargoyles, guys.
So
I don't think we are.
Their
but-
Karka are surging a clear victory as gargoyles begin to plummet from the sky, falling into chunky chunks into the jungle, where they will be forever lost in obscurity. And more than half of their numbers being destroyed, the gargoyles turn to flee. Congratulations. You have helped defend Kir Sabal.
Yay! Are we level 6 now?
No,
It was a
because you're
joke.
not a Nomu.
It was a joke, it was a joke. I'm not actually asking for level farming, I apologize.
I mean that.
Suddenly the
Sorry.
labyrinth opens and
I'm
a
not
zombie
worried.
T-Rex comes out.
So yeah, that injured Aarakocra will get some hit points back
Okay.
because he's in. So he'll get 14 because of my.
Yep.
So
So I'm going to move y'all back to the map of
Ooh.
Cholts.
Nice.
So that's an encounter
That
that
was
happens
neat.
bright and early in the morning.
Whew.
Um,
Perhaps we rest here a day and help out with, the injured and exhausted, and then we maybe leave first thing tomorrow morning. Oh, I mean, I'm still
Yes.
okay to go now. I just it feels a bit like
Yes.
leaving them in the lurch.
yes, I will follow your lead, cousin.
Renee, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay another day and just chill out with them, or do you want to leave now?
I think possibly we would be crowding them.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a fair point. Yes, actually, too many clerics spoil the communion wine. Yes, a very good point, Renee. Yes, perhaps we should get out of their hair. I would like to go and say thank you and goodbye to teacher before we do, and just so that they know that we've gone, you know. And then, yeah, let's try and head out and hope we don't get snaffled up by some nasty gargoyles on the way out.
So, teacher is overseeing things. They are taking care of each other, bandaging each other. Most Aarakocra here have either fighter levels or druid levels or a mixture of both. So they are tending to one another. There are also monks that are practiced in medicine, communal living, and all that. So they're bandaging up and everything. Teacher is very busy organizing things, and is like, thank you for your assistance.
Yep.
Well, I don't.
Yes, have a wonderful day. We won't keep you anymore. Goodbye. Thank you for housing us.
You don't see Moxanari anywhere around. As y'all are leaving, however,
oh no, is she gonna want to come with us?
Nah, being small,
Please don't.
sneaks up, like, kind of. It's that perpetual in chaos children get overlooked thing.
Yeah.
Runs up and will give each of you a parrot feather.
Oh, thank you so much, Na. You are kind.
And he will say, please do not mind my sister. She is impatient to be gone from here. She is lonely. She loves the Aarakocra, but she wants other humans. So she's grumpy. But she's good, sister.
Oh.
And then he will, wander back off.
Before he goes, I will just be like, yes, we are lucky that we get to travel as a family, and I'll gesture to Briarin and Meadow. But I miss home greatly too, and I understand why your sister is impatient, but you are an admirable young man, and I will, ruffle his head.
I'll turn to my cousin and just say, cousin, may I? And I'll, reach towards your crown.
Yeah.
Flower crown. And I'll pluck a flower off, and I'll draw it crafted for him. And I'll give it to him and just say, we'll get you home soon enough.
Omo is not my home. I have never known it. But Moxanari wants to be there, and I want for her what she wants. But I do not wish to see anyone hurt in the process. So, if you can do this thing that will make her happy, do. But do not risk your lives for it.
We are doing it for our home as well. Our home is far from here, and under threat from the things that reside in Omu. It's a small detour for us. We're going there anyway.
Well, blessings upon you. I better get back before they realize I'm gone. Ah! And he flaps his wings away.
Oh, he's very cute.
All right. And so you begin your journey.
Yeah.
And as you begin your journey, we're going to do a bio break.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes, and continue to see where this adventure goes. Bye. Okay, we are back. If that was 15 minutes or less, I don't know. But we're here, and we're going to continue our journey. Now to Nangalore?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. We agree to help them.
Cool. All right. Let me actually move your party token here. So, you make your way down from Kir Sabal. I'm not going to make you roll ability checks to survive. You're aware of the dangers. You take your time. Eric Coker will help you get down because, you know, y'all helped fight off gargoyles. So you'll make your way down and back into the hot, steamy jungle of Cholt. So, heading out, you know which direction you want to go?
Yep.
South or...
I mean, honestly, yeah, I'm happy to just like this way seems kind of the fastest, honestly.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you will travel through the day. There will be no further encounters for the day.
Cool.
I believe that's what I rolled. Yes. And then you can make camp and whatnot. And your forecast for tomorrow: heavy rain.
That's fine.
32 degrees. And you will set out. You're gonna go south. So interesting. I need to look at a thing. Because, you know, things happen. That's vague, but all right. Okay, so as you begin to trek through the jungle the following morning, somebody roll me a d8.
I'll do it.
Go on, Prue.
Oh, no, I won't. That's not the right command. No, I will. A 2.
All right. So it is almost like, because you make camp and in the mornings, you know, you have to break camp and everything else. So it takes a little time and then you start traveling. So like literally you've just finished breaking camp and are about to set out when a group of lizard folk
Oh, it's about to be like, better not be the flaming fist.
approach. Let's see. It's just a standard. I don't have any handout for it. So they approach and they're wielding weapons, and they're like, "You there?
Us?
We are
Yes?
hungry, and you look mighty tasty."
how about I just make some food for you instead? Cubes of the stuff if you want. Please don't eat us. Furbo probably tastes gross. And Keller probably tastes even worse.
He does look rather puny.
Bad roasting Rob when Rob's not here.
So,
but basically,
so there's a group of 6 of them.
Okay.
Yes, if you can provide food, they say.
I was gonna cast create food and water and just be like, well, what's your favorite meat that isn't us? Because I can make that easily, you know, steaks or chicken or maybe root vegetables and things. Are you vegetarian? No, you're not.
Fish taste wonderful.
I'm gonna cast create food and water and create 45 pounds of fish for them.
Okay, cool. They will take the food and leave.
Cool.
Yay.
Thanks.
So.
Firm once again does an encounter by just being like, excuse me, please don't.
Please stop at once.
You will travel through the day then without any further interruptions. And I guess I should actually move like the internet over to the map. I take it you're going to go south or southwest?
Hard to say honestly, because like, does the river bend that way with us?
You know what?
Like,
Let's find out.
yeah, like we've had like success with following the river, so I think I'll just follow the river as best I can.
Cool. So you make it through the day, camp for the night. There's your forecast for tomorrow.
Steady wind, steady mist.
And you will not have any encounters the following day. So I definitely think that you're going to go more southwest. Come on. I literally... It keeps bouncing to the 2 blocks on the other side of the one I'm trying to remove. There.
Yeah, perfect.
And I'll give you your forecast and I'll do a thing. So, somebody roll me a d8.
And then
Yes. Yes, me.
6.
Cool. That actually works.
Oh no.
Let me go back to my token page. Because this is going to be fun times.
Raggy.
Is it you I've gotten it off? Saying raggy.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's me. I do that all the time.
Okay, because I've started saying it a lot at work. Rather than going fuck's sake, I go raggy. It's a lot more work friendly.
I mean, I guess it depends where you work. So, you travel through the day, and I think this is the one I want. Let me double check. Yes. As you travel, the day goes on, and it's not too bad. It's a standard day of traveling, and eventually you find yourself a nice little spot to camp. And as you do, we're going to go to a map.
Okie dokie.
Because maps are fun, right? That's what y'all tell me.
Sure. Maps are. Uh,
Maps are.
maps are.
They are the R. No. We're gonna do a thing as soon as I finish prepping this map. Because maps are the key to adventure.
Something very, I don't know if Jordan is still in the chat, but like yesterday when Jordan was trying to help advertise this stream on Chasing Tales, he was like, yeah, their stream's really good. It's got maps and roll tables, and his brain just like stopped working mid-sentence, and he just said that like our stream had maps, and I was like, bless you, Jordan, it does have maps, everybody should come.
Jordan.exe has stopped working.
It was so fucking cute.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Alright, so now let me go grab y'all tokens now that I have the millions of bad guys tokens.
Oh no, millions doesn't sound good.
I mean, it quite often feels like millions.
Yeah,
I guess I should get Piku back. Since, you know, Piku's
Damn right.
back.
They're back, baby. Piku's of an indeterminate gender, I've decided.
Piku is a sweet little bean. That's Piku's gender. Sweet little bean.
I mean,
Fucking adorable.
we'll probably keep Piku even if Renee dies.
Honestly,
I'm gonna come back as Piku.
Okay.
Back as Aarakocra called
just
Piku.
reincarnate.
I'll be killing you every session.
You know what's gonna happen is Piku's gonna get really upset, fly away, and come back 3 days later as a fucking Aarakocra. Hello, I am Piku.
So
I must carry on my master's work.
let me resize tokens for a different grid size. I should really keep a copy of the 2 different sizes. Y'all tokens. Because that would be smart. So, I'm going to put up a turn order, pull y'all over to a map, and then I'm going to explain what is going on. Because you finish traveling for the day and you begin to set up camp. And you are setting up your camp, you know, sitting down to have your final meal of the day before watches. Rest, relax, you know, get comfortable before bedding down. When a tribe of Cholton warriors charge into your camp. Weapons drawn, mostly spears, I believe.
Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep on wandering into people's homes and making camp? Like, this has happened to us now like 3 times.
They're
the worst.
They look very murder happy.
Oh,
So-
Oh no.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, love
Sure.
it. Love murderous humans for me.
It's a no from me, Chief.
14.
I must remember to click my token. I always forget. Ah! Oh, it's because I'm on the ruler setting. I'm sorry, everyone. Slowing the whole team down.
That's okay. I only have to roll like 14 initiatives.
Oh, okay, well, that's alright.
Shout
I don't
out.
feel as bad.
I've ever seen a candidate for a 5-all. I'm looking at it right now.
Cleric high on the initiative. That's fun. If there's like 97 of them, I sure hope that you've got like Spirit Guardians today.
I do not have Spirit Guardians today.
It's fine, we got Robin. Oh, wait.
I rarely take summoning things because I can't do fucking summoning
Alright.
casters to save my fucking life.
Have you all rolled initiative then?
Yes.
Because there's only 3 of us, remember? So
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure now that I finally rolled the final one before I did it in descending. All right, so tribal warriors with spears rushing out of the jungle into your camp. Further in.
Byron, me, for now.
Yes.
I was like, oh yeah, are you doing?
I'm gonna do the thing, y'all. Y'all ready? Ready?
Yeah. Wait, what? What thing?
Jungle drums. You put
Do you not have Sirenscape open?
you put them sweet jungle drums on for us.
Sorry. I've been listening to like some mellow Sigur Rós this whole time. Right.
I got jungle drums on.
I can't hear the jungle drums. God damn it.
I remembered this time.
I'm still getting Cholt like, and I don't know why.
It's fine. I just get silence.
I'm going to call out like, no, stop! We are merely travelers. We're here to help Cholt, not harm it. But also, I am going to cast Beacon of Hope because that is a non-threatening spell. Hopefully they won't see me as a threat. But I'm going to cast it on us 3 in Piku.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. That's 19.
Fern, something is odd about their smile.
Oh, shit. I don't have remove curse or anything prepped today, lads. I kept tongues.
Fine, you need 14.
And I
So
have
we're
mass
murdering them then.
word. Yeah. I've used all my 3rd level spell slots making that fucking food for the lizard folks.
Is that your turn?
So
Isn't that
today?
the next day?
Oh,
This
wait,
is
we're the
yeah,
next day, right?
Next day, yeah.
That is my turn. I'm done.
Okay. So, this tribal warrior here.
Oh, nice party of casters. Same to melee it.
It's going to run up and use an action to move 5 more bloody friggin' feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
The classic.
Meta.
Hey boy.
Hey, boysies.
Alright. Let's even the odds a little bit, shall we?
That's not.
Conjure
Velociraptors.
animals. Velociraptor time.
Hell
Been a
yeah.
few weeks since I've done it.
You have velociraptors in your journal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Your problem.
I'm just confirming how many there are. There are 8 of them.
Oh, can I ask that you guys put on maybe a heart in the chain for Beacon of Hope, just so that I know if I do healing on you?
Yeah.
Kind of vibes. Cool. And then if I lose concentration, and we can turn it back off again.
Heart in the chain. Sorry, I've just put a heart on. Sorry, I'm dragging literally a trillion summons onto the board.
I mean, that's totally fine. I'm not mad about it.
You're like, oh, I can't do summoners. Summoners are my jam. They're my favorite.
Absolutely.
My favorite thing.
I cannot be fucked running a summoner.
My favorite thing is putting those into your journal, so you had to deal with it
So
instead
I get to
of
do
me.
it. I'm totally fine with that.
Well, I mean, I just had to drag 14 NPCs onto here. I don't want to then do 500,000 summons.
To put that guy there. Right. So, do you want 8 separate initiatives for 8 Velociraptors, or
Group
1
them.
initiative?
Yep. The only reason I roll mine individually is because action economy. I don't want to murder y'all.
Can you add them to the turn order for me? Because it doesn't give me the option to left click and do it.
I can actually roll their initiative.
Oh yeah, cool. You do that.
Can you deal with this Beckett in front of me first, please?
Well, it depends on where they're going in the initiative. So
They're going at 11.
Is that, have you added their +2?
Yeah, I literally roll their initiative off of their character sheet.
Cool. So the answer is yes, shortly in a moment. And then as a bonus action, Fern's kind of got us covered with the healing stuff. So I'm going to put the bear totem down as a bonus action. So everybody's going to get a bunch of temporary hit points. I think it's 10.
10?
10 temporary hit points.
Nice. That is very helpful.
And then you'll have advantage on like strength.
This is like a lot of enemies, and it will actually be quite funny if the others come back and we're like, yeah, hi, we're 3 new characters. Like.
Well, this is exactly why I summoned a lot of Velociraptors.
Okay. So, is that your turn then?
Yeah. So add your 10 temporary hit points, gang. My screen is a fucking mess.
Yeah. So is mine.
All I can see is the tags underneath the Velociraptors. I can't actually see where the enemies are.
Yeah. I kind of need to go default that thing to not have name tags.
Yeah, I could do with that, honestly.
Oh well. Let's see here. Alright, so let me deal with this tribal warrior and then I'll start removing tags.
Sure.
So this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright, we'll change that for fun as well, so I've actually got the right thing on.
Use his action to... I think he's gonna stop there and be like, pause.
Sees a lot of dinosaurs like, this is a bad idea.
This isn't what I signed up for, guys. Alright.
Not gonna lie, suboptimal.
Renee?
I was expecting an easy meal, and
About there.
a bunch of dinosaurs showed up.
Yeah, about there.
I like how she's definitely 100% planned this out, and she's like, just roughly kind of in this vague area.
33, fuck yeah, that's a good one. It's a very good fireball.
What's half of 33?
It'd be 16.
16, yeah.
Okay. So, just working my way through some tokens and removing some nameplates.
Have you guys added your temp HP from the bear, by the way?
Yes, I have.
It's alright, it's just because it doesn't show up on the...
Nope, because those
It's on my character sheet.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure that you were definitely 100% getting, you know...
Yeah, I'm taking all the buffs I can get. Thanks, cousin.
Honestly, I did it just because I don't know why. I just kind of got to worry that they might try and like grapple people and drag them off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're all kind of
agreed.
like, we're not squishy casters as such, except really for Renee. But as a bunch of 3 casters, I don't particularly fancy being like isolated. So I'm like,
Yeah,
if we
they could try kicking.
Alright.
yeah, if we can like
So-
grapple them or whatever, at least we'll have advantage on the check. That was kind of the thinking.
There's your circle. That's a fireball, right?
Yeah.
Big chunky fireball. Just coming in, exploding the living daylights out of some people who were just coming to eat some human flesh, humanish flesh. Just falling over, incinerated. Because even if they make their save, they still take more damage than they have hit points.
Hell yeah, Neve! Brutal. Fucking brutal.
Is that your turn?
I mean, you only just killed half the encounter in one single go, so yeah.
I
Sure.
think I killed most of the encounter in a single
I don't know.
go.
I got dark vision. I can't see.
Yeah, I don't know
So
what
from-
you've just done.
From what I can tell, I just killed 8 of them.
How many are there?
Kirk said 14 earlier.
Okay, so alright.
I like that obviously because, right, dark vision, it means we would be able to see this explosion. We see this explosion and we're like, oh, cool, I guess, and then go back to seeing nothing immediately.
That's a good point. Hold on. I just want to do something real quick.
Oh no. Oh no. Sorry if I've inspired Kirk to fuck us over. Nice.
Fireball explodes and then goes away.
That's my turn.
I love that. Great use of dynamic lighting, Kirk.
You know.
Actually, I say that's my turn. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, and that dickhead is gonna roll a 2 on his attack opportunity.
Okay.
Get him, lads!
A Tyrannosaurus comes out of the jungle and eats Renee.
No!
No,
Renee!
our DPS!
You had so much to live for!
That dude's dead.
Our
Alright.
DPS, like,
Velociraptor,
am I a fucking joke to you?
finish ruining my day.
Alright. So, what you attack with advantage? Oh, cool.
He dies. He's got 11 hit points.
Well, I mean,
You've got 700 Velociraptors. I'm just taking him clear off the map. He's eaten.
just gonna roll like two attacks, sort of.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude is.
He did. He's
Dude's dinosaur food for
he's
sure.
dino food. Like, I deleted him. I didn't put the X on him. I just straight up deleted him because he ate it.
He did.
They aided him.
So dead. He's dinner. Like,
Look, Kirk, I would like to point out in this combat I have done nothing annoying and I have been a very good player.
In my next game, Div Whizzes not allowed. I'm done with them.
Div
Div Whizzes and Rangers never again.
Right.
Artificer's on that list as well, Kirk.
Artificer's always been on that list.
Artificer's on my shit list. Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
I don't
I'm gonna
run
cast
a
Dark
cinema like. Okay. Cool.
On myself, obviously.
But it's not your turn.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was. Never mind.
The
shut up,
Velociraptor's
Josh.
turn.
Oh yeah, cool. Well,
So, oh man.
all right. Well, here's.
So one buddy just eaten by Velociraptors. The other half of his group actually just full on exploderated, and he was like, it was right there. He literally saw his life flash before his eyes. I literally think these guys are gonna run away.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
The ones that aren't dead. So I guess my question is, y'all want to do anything about this?
Right. So here's the thing. I've got an hour of conjure animals. So what I'm gonna do
You're gonna
is
send the Velociraptors hunting?
I'm literally gonna fucking chase them with the Velociraptors.
Cool. So
So they're nowhere near us.
So the cannibals get eaten by the Velociraptors. It's ironic justice.
They'll probably tire before the Velociraptors do. So
The Velociraptors move faster than they do.
they didn't move 30 feet.
I don't know.
I mean, either way, like they're gonna have Velociraptors chasing them for an hour. They're built to run.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. I thought Velociraptors moved 40, but
30.
that's cool. It doesn't matter. Either way, the cannibals are no longer an issue. I'll go back to Cholt.
Sweet
And I'll
jungle justice.
I'll just stop the drums, because why?
Sweet jungle justice once again
I
served
mean,
by our friends.
Takes me
Fireball
like
and
forever to put 14 tokens onto map, and they're just like, we're done. Done with this.
Level 5.
In the defense of Div Wizards, it's just wizards.
Shut
that can do
up.
that. Right.
Shut up. Wow.
There is no defense for div wizards because I get one character to have one action, and you're like, he rolls a 2. So, fuck you and your portents.
I love portions so much.
Somehow we've managed to upset the DM, and there's only 3 of us, and Rob isn't here.
I mean, Rob upset me first by not being here because I totally had a character that was going to totally mess with him, and he wasn't here for me to do it. And then, yeah, so whatever. So y'all camp for the night. Nothing happens. There's the weather for tomorrow.
We're cancelled. Nice.
The ground opens up and you fall into the Sarlacc pit.
Rocks fall, my guy.
Like,
Rocks.
can I just say how, like, you know those, like, t-shirts of, like, kittens with laser eyes flying through space, like that, like, gimmicky look of the internet? How that fight was velociraptors and explosions. It was very that.
Very 90s graphic design.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I don't even want to read the gray text now.
Okay.
How close?
Why do I even
Mangalore? We're
play?
very close.
Why do I play? Y'all are actually reaching Mangalore.
Yeah, we're reaching it today, I think.
Cool. I'm just gonna make sure I have located.
Make sure y'all take y'all long rest because another day has passed.
That one spell slot I used. Cool.
So that y'all are at full resources to ruin my day. This is why I told y'all aren't getting any levels until we get to Omu.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair.
Honestly, fair.
And why I made the NPCs leave.
I'm going to take Dispel Magic, Locate Object. Where the fuck's Locate Object? Fuck.
I mean, to be fair, Prue, I was going to just prepare Dispel Magic for today.
Okay,
Because,
you
like, if
take
we
Dispel
go
Magic.
somewhere, I tend to, like, if we're going into, like, a place,
Okay.
I tend to prepare it just because it's
You do
very
it.
useful.
And
It's either that
then-
or I'd like take Erupting Earth, which is obviously like a good combat spell, but
I'm gonna take Tongues again. You never know when it might be handy. There could be a load of dwarves here.
Yes. As we talk our way out of things and then blow up the things we can't talk our way out of.
that's D&D.
I've taken alarm and comprehend languages and detect magic on that front.
Yeah, I mean, we've always, like, me and Fern have always got to set magic because we're furbolgs.
You're forgetting.
You've got a party of 3 people who can cast detect magic at will, basically once a day. So, or once a little short rest. I can't remember which way around it is.
I'm just gonna unprepare that.
Yeah, we can cast detect magic 3 times on a short rest, effectively, like between us. And we can also cast Disguise Self as well, and turn ourselves invisible.
Y'all make me sick. There's an adventure that we're playing, y'all. It's called Jungle of Annihilation, where it's the jungle being annihilated. Makes me sad.
Oh well, it's alright. By the time you get us to the fucking tomb, my god, like, we're gonna get fucking steamrolled, Omer, for sure.
Alright, so let's see. Y'all are technically coming from the northeast. So somewhere over here. Alright. Ought to be interesting. The jungle. Dun-dun-dun-dun. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick y'all there for now. I know y'all can't see this. I'm prepping things for when y'all can. I'm gonna read gray text. Because gray text is beautiful, right?
Yeah, like great text.
A fantastic edifice rises up out of the jungle. A hanging garden of exotic beauty. Water streams down the steps that you can't see because y'all are coming at it from the wrong direction.
it says waterfalls here.
This,
You know what else?
this,
That's
this thing
fucking
assumes you come in
symbols.
from the river, which is... Yeah, y'all aren't in the boat. So...
Rip, having a boat.
I saw this all in a vision.
Yeah, what? Oh, you know what? I don't care. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, we're going to do it like y'all are coming from the river. Because y'all are following the river. Y'all are just going to do it from the shore. That's how we'll justify it. So, Broken Adventure doesn't make sense because that's not the orientation of the map anyway. I think they just like putting north at the top of the map, regardless of how it actually coincides with the other maps. So, I'll go back to reading this box text now, and you'll just have to make some minor adjustments in mentality. Alright, so water streams down the steps between two massive elephant carvings. Beyond them, a broad, flooded avenue runs arrow straight for more than 100 feet before ending at a carving of a Tyrannosaurus face. Water pours from the Tyrannosaurus' jaw and flows... Hold on, something's wrong. This is like box text for an actual... point.
Cool.
Nope, that's right. Just doesn't make sense. Okay. Oh yeah, because it assumes you're coming from the river. I keep forgetting. Water pours from the Tyrannosaurus' jaws and flows the length of the concourse to drain down the steps in front of you that aren't in front of you. 5-foot-high terraces flank the boulevard. Low archways, 3 on each side, are built into the terrace walls. These archways are in various stages of collapse as the tunnels beyond them. Beautifully carved, larger-than-life stone faces are mounted between the arches. A wild profusion of plants grow on the upper terraces, and multicolored parrots and canaries fit and sing among them. To the north, which isn't actually the north, a dilapidated brick dome rises above the Tyrannosaurus's head waterspout. Smaller, bell-shaped domes surmount the highest terraces to your left and right that aren't on your left and right. So I'm going to take y'all over to the map and then explain why.
Yeah, I was about to say this probably seems way more sensible if we're looking at something, honestly.
Yeah. I thought, box text would actually make sense, and I would give the descriptors and then move y'all to the map.
Nice.
And be like, all right. But so here's the thing, right? So this is the river down here, all right?
Sure thing.
Now this river runs north to south.
Yep.
Okay? That means north is where I have your tokens over here.
Yep.
According to the compass on this map, north is up at the top of the map.
Shout out to this map.
Okay? So...
It could be just a nice little meander that was too small to draw on the main map, I guess.
Failure 1.
So which way are you keeping it? You're going to keep it the river is wrong or the compass is wrong?
It doesn't matter, because the description assumes that you're on a boat on the river to reach Nangalore. It doesn't assume that you trek through the jungle.
Yeah.
This is also a very pretty map, by the way.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So, what you see as you trek through the jungle is a 20-foot high stone wall that butts up against the river. You can see a big dome over here above the wall. And you can see statues there and there. The one down here has spider webs on it.
Great.
That's pretty much what you see coming at it from the jungle, rather than from the river.
Okay.
Can I hear the sound of Waterfalls.
You can hear water running. Yes.
There's also danger canoes in this water, by the way.
We don't know that.
Oh, I
Could
mean-
be hiding. Look,
You
they're
can
not there.
see the danger canoes.
Oh, I was scribbling it out. Look, see, it's not there. It's gone. Where'd it go? It's hiding.
So that's the situation which you face. Yeah, I don't know. However you want to approach it.
One sec.
So here's sorry. On an OC note,
Mhm.
do we want to approach this next week when we've got the gang together?
I think it's 10:15, so
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like,
I
it's
mean-
a big location. Like, I presume it's going to take us a little, like,
There's stuff here.
yeah. So maybe we get B and Rob back and
Okay. That's fine.
approach it next week. Depending on how people feel about it. Just putting it out there.
I agree. I really like this. Right before we go though, I will do a little cast, and I will cast locate object on
Black
a
orchid.
black orchid. A black orchid.
Cool.
Show me the way, Eldath. Swoosh.
Black orchid is in here. And I will definitely tell you where.
Once you work it out yourself.
I have a feeling I know. I just want to make sure that I'm right. Because this thing's broken up into several zones. And
Yeah, cool.
I gotta...
Nice. Well,
Make
that's cool
sure.
because then next time we can do an opening on hello, everyone. The object is to the northeast of you and it's not in motion or whatever. You know, it's in motion and it's underneath you. Who knows?
So, you see where I just pinged?
No, maybe
It's
it's
like-
in shadow.
Yeah. Top right corner. Well, we can't see because of the dynamic lighting, but yeah.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can't see. Oh, yeah, I see there, yeah.
Oh, you get to the direction anyway.
Yeah.
That's where your locate object pings.
Ooh, exciting. Opposite corner, classic.
So, yep. Fun times.
Nice.
All right. Well, we played some D&D. After some technical issues delayed us starting. And now that we've arrived at a location so we can do a thing for some people so that y'all can go do a thing for some other people. Hey, in 6 to 8 sessions, we might progress the story. All right. Well, that's obviously all we're going to play tonight. Let's go ahead and do some outros and be done with today so that we can be just that little bit closer to next Friday, where I'm going to quadruple the hit points of everything on this map.
Sad.
Understandable.
think I've upset Kirk, guys.
And they're all immune to divination.
I think
Okay.
me and B are the only innocents in this crossfire.
It's kind of feeling that way. All right, cool. Neve, how'd you enjoy murdering my session?
I
And-
enjoyed today's session. Like genuinely, it's been a really nice, like relaxed session. It is a shame that we didn't have the other two, but life. But I've really enjoyed this session, and I did have a good news story, and I forgot it. But COVID vaccines, and that's all going very well. and the R number's down, which is all positive, and hopefully normality restores in about 12 weeks' time, because I'm going slightly insane.
It won't.
Plugging things. You can't find me really anywhere on the internet. You can find me on the Discord, which is the Kill Occasion Discord, which Kirk has a link to somewhere.
Yeah.
I play Tomb on Fridays, where we have dice and maps and encounters and things.
Jordan, that's how we're advertising it forever now. I don't know if he's still here, but come to Tomb. We have maps.
I love it. We have maps. And dice
And I'm
and
also
counters and
part of a
things.
thing which Josh and Prue can explain a lot better than I can.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
But I'm involved in it. Vaguely.
Cool. Well, one of you two can go and talk about that thing plus your own things.
I'll go. Hello. Thanks, Kirk, for a lovely session. I felt like we actually covered a lot. We realized there is a secret princess who needs to be restored to her throne. We had some Aarakocra be like, we'll teach you to fucking fly. We've smashed through 2 encounters double quick time, and we arrived at the next place to collect the next MacGuffin. So, pretty good D&D, right? And there were gargoyles. Wow, we did a lot of stuff. Nice. What lovely Neve was alluding to is that I started a UK and EU TTRPG Discord server quite a while ago because I realized there were just so many Europe side people getting lost in the ether of a very US time zone dominated thing. So I was like, I'll make a space where people can share and look for groups in this time zone. And then it got really quite big, and it has like 260 odd people in it. And we thought, well, why don't we use the platform we have for good? And so we started something called Roll for Good. It is a new tiny baby. It is an infant. It is just blossoming. But basically, Roll for Good is going to be a charity fundraising initiative with our first weekend of charity fundraising on the 1st and 2nd of May, which is the May Bank holiday weekend. We're going to do 12 hours straight each day. And we've got loads of fun games lined up. We've finished the call for GMs, and so that's all ready and set up. And we'll be looking for players soon. And if you either want to play, then, come join the Discord and hang out. I think a lot of people that know the people here might already be there, or if you need to figure out how to get in there, then just contact me or Josh, or that would get you in. But also, if you can come support it, pencil in your diaries the 1st and 2nd of May, Roll for Good charity weekender, running 12 till 12 GMT. Or British summertime.
I think it's 11 to 11 British side, 12 to 12 European, but
yeah, cool.
That rings bells at least.
Come watch people play TTRPGs. We will have things where you donate this and you can redeem this for certain games and stuff like that. So there are games you can have direct influence on, and just be really cool to have people there. And then also on a personal note, that's the thing I would implore you to go do. But if you want to hang out with me when I'm just doing my average day-to-day stuff and not charity work, I play lots of games on Chasing Tales RPG. And then I'm Proopy Pants everywhere on the internet. I've just started playing Dragon Age Inquisition for the first time. I've never played a Dragon Age game before. You can come watch me be a cool elf and stab people to death with my cool swords, and probably get very in my gay feels. I hear that's a thing you do in Dragon Age. You can romance lots of cute fantasy people. So I will be doing that. Nice. That's me. Oh, wait. That's not me. I also play Rogue Trader on a Sunday. Come check that out too if you're interested in Warhammer 40k meets Firefly kind of vibes.
Pretty okay for me to share a link to the UK TTRPG?
You're more than welcome to, yeah.
I should really re-add your tags. Okay.
I just wanted to check before I shared a random server.
It's okay, yeah. I just try. I don't always publicly share it in case it suddenly gets 1,001 people running in at once.
Right. Well, Josh, How'd you
I-
enjoy eating a Cholton tribal
Look.
warrior? And
Look, I'll be completely fucking real with you. Meadow is good at two things and two things only. One of them is guiding his party through the jungle, and the other is making animals eat people. That's all he's good at. He's good at nothing else. What he is good at, he's really good at, and everything else, out the window.
I am going to disagree because Meadow's also good at putting out a fuck ton of AoE heals.
Yeah. He got me, I'll be fair. He got me.
Legality.
He got me. Okay. Well, you know, like Shepherd Druids are good, alright? They're not the best Druid subclass, but it's pretty close.
Where can we find you when you're not destroying my soul?
Well, I take great pleasure in doing that, and I'm sure you'll repay the favor when we play our home game. But you can find me everywhere on the internet at Singing Out with Josh. Rob is also not here, so I will plug our monthly podcast. As evidenced by Rob not being here, technical issues are kind of holding us down, but you can find the Undead Gaming Cast everywhere that you would like to find podcasts. Like we're on Spotify and Amazon and Apple and all that jazz. So yeah, we talk about video games and games that we play and what we like, and like, you know, social issues in games and stuff, and have guests on and chat and things. So yeah, go check that out. You can also find me organizing this event that Prue has kind of lengthily explained already, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but you know, we are still looking for volunteers for certain things, like certainly like mods, and if you've got history producing one of those, a couple of people who are down to do that couldn't go amiss. I'm one of the event organizers for that, so you can find me anywhere on the internet at Singing Out with Josh and get in touch with me, and we can do the thing. I don't think there's anything else. I've plugged in their gaming cast, I plugged my own stuff. Yeah. And just like thanks for running, Kirk. I really appreciated it. Like little three party adventure today.
Yeah. And here I was worried that 14 tribal warriors was going to be a bit much with
Probably
just
would have
3
been.
people.
Probably would have been had I not summoned a bunch of velociraptors. And Neve hadn't cast Fireball.
I'm Kirk, the Kilted Cajun.
Yeah.
You can find me here on Fridays, losing my soul, being beaten and destroyed. I mean, when I said I was going to run a deadly game, I didn't realize that it was going to be this direction. I thought it was going to be more me dealing the death. But hey, you know, whatever. You can find me on Twitter at Kilted Cajun, but mental health has been a thing for me, so the only thing you're going to see on that Twitter is, hey, we're live. I make progress and then I take steps back, so still not making any announcements about any future programming. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next week, barring technical issues. Bye.
Bye.